Good morning. It is Sunday, April 5th, 2020. We are on a little drive. It's tough being cooped up during this time. So we decided we would come down to Galveston, take a look at the cruise terminal. It's not much going on there. And decided while we're here we would take the Galveston Ferry. The ferry runs from Galveston, the city of Galveston, over to the Bolivar Peninsula. It's about a 15-minute ferry ride. Today they're running 3 ferries, I think. And thought we might just take the trip. In the end, we will be making probably 150-mile trip from home today, just trying to get out. And, you know, being cooped up is tough, so we will stay in the truck during this trip and just see the sights. The ferry is pretty well run. This is the first time I've been on it in quite a while. I noticed that the docks on both sides have been improved with new lane markers and new people directing. It was very easy. There was no wait to get on the ferry today. Of course, being a Sunday and being, you know, everybody staying home during these times, traffic is pretty light. I'm surprised they're running 3 ferries. In the distance there, you can see the Carnival Vista sitting at its dock. Not doing much today. I think it's just here being replenished. Beautiful day today. We're going to go by a place called Seawolf Park. It'll be partway between our crossing here. If you're leaving Galveston on a cruise ship and it comes down the channel to make it out to the Gulf, Seawolf Park will be probably on the port side if you're coming out forward. It's a place that people go and relax. You can fish there. They charge, I think, a small fee to fish off of the pier, but fishing from the shoreline is free. They have some displays and items there that are worth seeing. So it's kind of a neat place. Again, I haven't been there in a long time, but as I remembered, it was pretty nice. There are a couple of things on display there that are interesting. If you're into naval history, American history, coming up there in the video, you can see it's a World War II destroyer escort, USS Stewart. I'm given to understand that it's one of only perhaps 2 remaining in the world. But the big draw out here, if you're into history, is the submarine that's sitting next to it. That's coming into view now. There's also a sailplane from a different submarine that's in the picture, but you see the sub sitting next to the Stewart. It is the USS Cavala. The Cavala went in service in 1944 during World War II, and it served until 1969. It had been upgraded for NATO service during the Cold War, but it has a very interesting war record if you're into that sort of thing. And both these vessels are open to visit for a fee. I think it's a self-guided tour. I think certainly on the Cavala it's self-guided, but it has an interesting battle record. If you recall your history, during World War II, December 7th, 1941, Japan attacked Pearl Harbor with 6 aircraft carriers. The carriers were the Akagi, the Kaga, the Soryu, the Hiryu, the Zuikaku, and the Shukaku. The first 4 of those carriers, the Akagi, the Kaga, the Soryu, and the Hiryu, were all lost about 6 months after Pearl Harbor at the Battle of Midway. They were sunk by U.S. carrier-based aircraft at the Battle of Midway. The Shukaku and the Zuikaku managed to live until the last couple of years of the war. Well, the USS Cavala, on its first war patrol in 1944, managed to put 3 torpedoes into the Shukaku and sink the carrier at the Battle of the Philippine Sea. So it's got kind of an interesting wartime history. You know, admittedly, today it's been upgraded to the Cold War. It doesn't look exactly like it looked during World War II, but it's still an interesting site to visit. I think the sub was awarded a Presidential Unit Citation for sinking the Shukaku. So, pretty cool history. One of the Japanese Pearl Harbor carriers was sunk by this vessel. The ride is a little rough today. The seas were rough, winds were a little high, as you can maybe tell from the way the camera is moving back and forth. But we stayed in the truck during the crossing. You can get out. I don't think they kind of frown on it, but I saw a couple people get out, and nobody seemed upset with it. But the ride takes, as I say, about 15 minutes. This video runs about 9 minutes. In the distance, some ships going up the Houston Ship Channel. Out there, you can't see the Texas City Dike that many people go to fish off of. It's a beautiful day today. On the other side, we will be at the Bolivar, on the Bolivar Peninsula, at Highway 87 that used to run all the way from Bolivar here, from Galveston, all the way to Beaumont and Port Arthur. But part of it got wiped out by a hurricane many years ago, so only about half of the original road is still passable and open to the public. At this point, you can take 87 through Crystal Beach, Gilchrist, and then catch 124 up to Winnie, Texas at Interstate 10. And from there, of course, you can either go west toward Houston or east toward Beaumont. So we intend to kind of make our big circle, probably cover 150 miles or so today. Again, it's just to get out. You know, I'm sure everybody's in the same boat. You're cooped up, and it's, you know, trouble remembering what day it is, you know. Everything kind of runs together. So we just wanted to get out, get a little fresh air. As I said earlier, we are, you know, we're not getting out of the truck. We are practicing social distancing and all that good stuff like we should. And we did see several people today wearing masks. We haven't done that yet. Perhaps in the future, if it gets worse, we will. But like most people, I think we're looking to get out. If you're in the area, the ferry is free. It's kind of a neat ride. You can ride it to one side and back the other way if you like. Not a lot to see on the Bolivar side. Beach houses, you know, beach homes, communities, that sort of thing. Some very nice. And you'll still be in Galveston County. When you reach the other side, you will eventually drive into Chambers County as you get closer to Interstate 10. Good road, nice road. No problems that way. I'm given to understand that 87, some hardy souls do actually try to continue down the what is the officially closed part of the road. And I think with perhaps the right type of vehicle, you probably can do it. You can make it. But it's not officially open. As a matter of fact, the highway just kind of curves almost. You make the transition from 87 to 124 without really noticing it. It's seamless. If you wanted to continue up 87, you would have to knowingly make the turn and do it. So it's not something you can do accidentally. But again, it's just a pretty day, and our original intent was to see what Port of Galveston looked like on what was a closed port day. Sunday normally would have been a packed day with both Carnival and Royal Caribbean sailing, but that's the way of the world right now. Things aren't moving as usual. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed our little short trip. Even during quarantine, you know, we have to find a way to take a cruise, even if it's only a 15-minute one. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.